welcome you to today's practice. We will start in a child's pose straight away as a bow inwards to yourself, but let your child's pose be quite relaxed, quite passive, please. So for that reason, I am choosing to have the hands to rest underneath my forehead, and then take a little swaying to sort of meld and sit the hips closer into the heels. And for today's practice, I will incorporate some Tai Chi foundations, where with Tai Chi it's all about that in-between moment where the transitions are mindful and important. You might sometimes see it, you might have ever done it. It's a really graceful, beautiful way to float in between the asana. And so I want to have you keep that in mind as we move through today's practice. How can you use your bandhas? And we'll go through those again today. And your core, and then your arms, and even your hands and your fingers, in a way that helps you float and flow in between the poses. With that in mind as well, we work a little bit of a mandala practice, which means that the front of your mat will become the back of your mat and vice versa. But for now, just a nice minute of stillness, connecting to the breath. And see if you can feel the breath go all the way into the belly, massaging the thighs. Then perhaps bring the practice of Ujjayi breath into your body. And that whisper sound, that lengthening of the breath. Always just start to notice if there's any tension, any tightness that you can let go of a little, that you can soften and lean into letting go. Three more full breath and stillness here. Maybe you have a mantra, an affirmation that you'd like to repeat to yourself in those final two breaths. And then on your next breath in, start to walk your hands forward like you have just woken up. Really that stretching forward and out. And then let your forehead not quite touch your mat till the forehead is floating just off the mat. Your biceps and your ears are in the same line, and at the same time we still snuggle and weigh down our hips into the heels. So we have this opposing energy moving down and back and forward and out. So we get this beautiful opening through the armpits, through some really nice lines of energy, as well as glands opening up. Good for a boost into our immune system. And then take one more big breath in as we reach and stretch and still float our head. And then the exhale walks the hands back, and we shift all the way forward until we are in our tabletop. So from here on out, a few rounds of cat-cow. Nice and classic ones. Today, inhale, we slowly begin to look up for our cow pose, dropping the chest, lengthening the front of body, back bending, soft through the elbows. And then exhale, can you dome and round through the upper back, chin to chest, scoop the tailbone, and really focus in particular in the upper body rounding. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Begin to look up, lengthen and stretch. Exhale for your cat. And again, especially that upper back, like a cat. Can you dome around there today? 1 more last round. Let the breath be that initiator of pace for the movement. And then we come back to a neutral spine and make sure your hands are nice and firmly into the floor. We begin to curl our toes right now and just lift your knees an inch off the floor, like not much at all. You can barely see that happening. And there again, we take those 3 cat-cow. So strength comes into play. We start to look up and breathe in. And then exhale, rounding curl. My knees are still off the floor, but not too much. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. And this is where the mind wants to check out, right? That's like, whoa, this is hard, don't want to do it. Can you stay? Can you practice that mental yoga? Inhale. 1 more back bend, 1 more cow. To exhale, 1 more cat. And then slowly really push all the way back to our first downward facing dog. And then straight away finding those foundations for Tai Chi. So that's slow pedaling and moving. Can you really slowly find that space on the back side of your body? Maybe through the side of your body if you sway. And so really feeling and connecting as we are in our first dog for today. Checking back in with our breath then as well. Is that still flowing? Do we still have that ujjayi breath as we find more warmth, more length, and altogether more mindfulness? So really mindful flow today. 1 more round of breath in our downward facing dog. Hold your dog nicely still here. And then from there now we take that little moonwalk, as I like to call that, forward, where we really kind of lift the foot, it stays straight, tiny little steps. Suction the leg into the hip socket. Tiny little steps. And as we move forward, can you shift your shoulders right above your wrist? This is a beautiful practice for your inversions as well, when we get comfortable stacking joints right there. Now at some stage you will be at the top of your mat. You take a halfway lift here, lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Always nice if you have a mirror next to you, look in the mirror for the lengthening of the spine. Inhale. We're not always as straight as we think. Draw those shoulder scapula together. Exhale again, we fold. Last round. Inhale, halfway lift. Last round, 2 folds. Everything heavy. Curl up on your next breath in. Vertebrae by vertebrae. So the arms are heavy, the head is heavy. We're basically massaging in between each and every vertebrae. And then at the end, we come to stand up nice and tall into our mountain pose. Hand palms facing forward, shoulders rolling down and back, and start to find a dristi. 1 point that you can connect with every time we come to this side of the mat. You might repeat your mantra, your affirmation, if you have one for today, that acknowledges yourself, your needs, your practice. And then we start with our sun salutations. Inhale, arms circle up to the ceiling. Look up as well. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, forehead touches the knees, fingertips besides the toes on the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, hands to shins, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, step back into a high plank. First round, let's take those knees down, shift the weight forward, and we slowly lower down. Those elbows touch right beside the ribs as we come down. Inhale for a little back bend, cobra or up dog. Can you squeeze those elbows into the waistline? And then downward facing dog, really come back through the knees and then push all the way back. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale then, and then roll almost forward. Step the right foot forward first, then the left foot. Can you make that graceful and beautiful too? Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Soften. Inhale to rise. Big arms. Energize. Greet the sun. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthening, opening, energizing for your halfway lift. And step it back. Really change the leg every time with which you step foot back. Inhale, we shift forward and feel free to bring the knees back down. Otherwise, slowly again, elbows brushing the ribs as you come down. For a baby cobra, shoulders down and back, long neck, collarbones wide and open. And then downward facing dog, press back. One breath in. One breath out. Looking forward again, almost sort of round forward. Left foot steps first, then the right one to follow. Inhale, halfway lift. Slow movement, exhale just like the breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale to fold. Last round, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to your plank. Shift forward or bring the knees down, and then exhale, lower down just as slowly. Inhale, cobra. If you're ready for an up dog, thighs, knees lift, and then downward facing dog is where we'll meet. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, now round sort of forward. Bend through those knees. Take a little hop to the top of the mat. A halfway lift once you're there. Inhale. And then exhale to fold. So we've warmed up. Inhale. Arms rise up to the sky. Samastiti. Here is where we come. Hands together. Thumb center of the chest. Shoulders back. Ribs in. Breath. Back to our twisty. Lovely. Once you're ready, lift all 10 toes and spread them widely. Find extra balance. We begin to lift the left knee up. We're in stork pose. Notice if you're starting to fall backwards, can you lengthen up? Lift the arms up even. And again, think Tai Chi here, yeah? Energy is drawing up, but we're working with this sense of sthira and sukha, steadiness and ease. So can you find breath into this strength? Can you find comfort and ease into this strength? One more inhale to stay. And then exhale, gently we draw the leg back. We come through our airplane to step to a crescent lunge. Lift the arms up, inhale. And there we are. We are just exactly here where we need to be. Can you find your crescent lunge with some length into the lower back? So almost sort of scoop the tailbone forward. Relax the shoulders. But can you activate through the fingers here? We stay for one breath in here. And the exhale takes us down. Left hand comes down. Right hand reaches up. We're in an easy open twist. So just to revise, our right foot is forward and our right hand is up. Can you draw those hip bones forward? Get a little lighter off the floor with that left hand. Now from here, we'll find a transition to warrior two, but can you think mindful and beautiful? So slowly we come up and we draw the arms back, open, twist, and open to warrior two. Heel to heel alignment. Feel free to find a little movement here to sink deeper into a warrior two. And then find your drishti over your right middle finger. Check maybe that your knee is tracking over that second, third toe. You could see your big toe if you were to look down. Big breath in to stay here. Big breath out. From here now we come to our horse stance. So bring the hands together and then slowly bring both heels in and the toes out wide. Feel free again to find a little movements for these first rounds. Tucking the tailbone, push those knees out wide, and then bring the hands somewhere where it has an offering of balance, of steadiness, and of strength. Ujjayi breath is still swirling, assisting you into your practice. And then try and sit a little lower on your next breath out. Very lovely. From here on out, inhale. We open up, the arms will face to the left side for warrior two. So left hand is where we gaze over. The left knee is bent. We've got heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. And we're trying to deepen through the legs. One more full round of breath. Now, as we came in from our twisted lunge, our easy open twist to warrior two, that's where we'll get back to now. So we begin to spin the back heel up and then take the arms all the way, circling, right hand down, left hand up. There's no right or wrong. So we're just finding this length and this lift. Easy open twist, really find this space. Looking up. And then using the abdomen, the Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, to rise on up, crescent lunge. Take a full round of breath here. Again, find that length into the lower back as we come slowly into our stork pose. But we take that to our airplane, right? So shimmy and shift forward. Fly the back leg off. And then swing it on through until the right knee lifts. The arms are up. Length, energy, but still sweetness and breath. One more inhale. Exhale, Samastiti here. 2 breaths. One more breath. Good, there we go. Stork pose. Right knee lifts. And the arms lift as well. Energy drawing up. Drishti strong. And really strong muscles into the standing leg. No lifting or locking out through the knee joint. Slowly we go fly. Shimmy and shift this back. Use the arms as well as the bandhas for balance. And then step it back with grace into a crescent lunge. And let's face it, we don't all have to arrive at the same time, so take your time. Find length into the lower back when you do reach your crescent lunge. Can you elongate through the spine? Inhale, we stay. And then exhale, right hand down, left hand up. Easy, open, twist. Good. Find this length and this energy to come upwards rather than collapsing that right hand into the floor. Those hip bones come forward, the back leg is strong and straight. You might look up here. And then on your next breath in, we power off the floor. Reach and extend those arms open to warrior two. Back foot flattens. And then reposition the front foot. So we're heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. We've been here now before. Can you stay for another 2 breaths? Relax the shoulders. Draw energetically those 2 heels together so the inner thighs start to fire up here. 1 more round of breath. Maybe there's room to go a little lower. And then bring those hands together as we bring the heels inwards, the toes outwards. Horse stance again. And again, feel free to move and then settle and land. Tuck the tailbone, widen those knees. Feel the inner thighs engage and work. And then is there room to challenge yourself? For that last breath, can you sit a little lower? Inhale, arms rise. Left toes come in, right toes come out. Warrior two. Here too, we've been here. So can you settle? We are warm. We are ready. So the only thing that can be in the way here is your mind. 1 more full round of breath, please. And then take that beautiful transition to your easy open twist. Hands cartwheel forward, left hand down, back heel up, right hands up. Good. Lightness and lift here. Breathe. Looking up as well, twist a little bit more. And then find that core connection with beautiful arms. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Big step, long spine, still big breath. Can you start to fly? Airplane, you might take 2 or 3 hops, that's all good. Flying all the way to stork pose. Left knee lifts. Arms reach and rise. 2 more breaths here. Stay for the breath in. Gracefully step the left foot besides the right. Back to Samastiti. Chin is lifted. Inhale, arms reach and rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, come back, high plank. Feel free to bring the knees down, otherwise shimmy forward, tuck the tail and lengthen down slowly. Cobra or up dog, big breath in. If you're in cobra, no weight into those hands here, just open and lengthen. And then downward facing dog is when we come back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, look forward, and then a little step or a little hop to the top of the mat. And you float into that in-breath lengthening, halfway lift. As always, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, Samastiti, we're back. Big breath in here. Big breath out. A little bit the same and a little bit different. When you're ready, lighten through the toes. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, sit low, chair pose or Utkatasana. First things first, notice if you're falling into the lower back, and so back bending, can you lengthen the tailbone? And then hug the core in particular your Uddiyana Bandha. Navel into the spine, draw it up like you're trying in this weird shape to try and put your really, really tight jeans on. See if you can sit a little lower. Bring the hands together, thumb center of chest. And here still, left knee lift, just like we did for our stalk. We're in this weird kind of shape. Our arms rise up. So the left leg is up into our chair pose. Can you slowly bring it back as we begin to fly? Slowly step it back, crescent lunge. Arms rise, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Left hand down, inhale, right hand up when you're ready. Easy open twist again. Exhale, we stay and deepen. The inhale takes you up and around to exhale, warrior two. Familiar shapes. We reverse, inhale, right hand draws back. To exhale, hands come together, heels in, toes out, horse stance. Maybe this round, you can lift your heels, widen the knees, and sit a little lower. One more round of breath here. Let it shake a little, why not? Heels ground down, inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. To the left side. Once we're there, we reverse. Left hand, draw it back. Good. Exhale, draw it forward. To your easy open twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Breathe. And as we take that exhale, we lower, we deepen. Inhale takes you up to a high lunge. And exhale, come forward. Set up and fly. Can you, from this flight, come back to your chair pose with your right leg lifted, your arms up. Really definite Tai Chi shape here. Stay for an extra breath in. Exhale, step your right foot down. We're still in chair pose to lower. And then inhale, stand all the way tall. Samastitihi. One breath in. Think about the arms and the fingers for this last round. Exhale out. Good, chair pose. Come to sit into it. Really find your base and your setup to be right, so lengthen. Draw the belly in. Feel the lower back being nice and flat. Good, right knee lifts. Don't hold the breath, begin to fly. And in your time, as slowly and as gracefully as possible, step back. Crescent lunge, inhale. Easy open twist, exhale. Right hand down, left hand up. Stay for that breath out. And the inhale, whenever you're ready for one, lifts you up. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. Lengthen the left side body. Stay low through the knee. Exhale, hands come together. We open up, heels in, toes out, horse stance. Maybe lift those two heels again. Maybe a little higher this second time around. Upper body back. Can you lower? One more round of breath, please. And then inhale, rise. Heels down, left foot turns in, right foot turns out, warrior two. Exhale. Look over your right middle finger. Inhale, we reverse, right hand draws back. Easy open twist, cartwheel the hands down. Left hand down, right hand up, left heel up. Use the inhale to come to crescent lunge. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And then gently start your flight. And from your flight to your one-legged chair pose. Left knee lifts, arms are up, Bum sticks out backwards. Stay for the inhale and exhale to lower. And then step the foot down. Hands together. And rise up, Samastitihi. Good. Lengthen. Breathe. Maybe even a big sigh. Okay. So we work this same principle, beauty of grace, of transition, and of bandhas into our next balancing. So first things first, come back to chair pose. Sitting low, arms come up. Now from here on out, your right thigh crosses over the left. So we're in eagle legs, and then eagle arms as well. Right arm underneath the left arm, and if you need to, grab the shoulders. Upper body comes back. Squeeze those inner thighs together, sit low. Okay, start to engage your Mula Bandha. So draw up through the pelvic floor. And then draw in through the navel, up into the spine, Uddiyana Bandha. And then very gently, like a flower blooming, we'll move into our half moon. So take the arms to loosen, the legs to widen. Think Tai Chi as we open, lengthen and lower. Left hand down, right hand and right leg up. Softness through the knee. Use a block if you have one close by. Flex your right toes, those bandhas, Mula, Uddiyana, still present, still there. From your half moon, can you come back to your eagle? Big arms, core, and maybe some wobbles. Let it happen. Smile it through. We are back. Feel that standing leg burn, but it doesn't make you give up. Let's come back. Half moon, slowly, gracefully, and don't hold the breath. Slowly come back. Eagle pose. All good things come in three. So one last time in your own time. Slowly standing back when you're ready. Mountain pose or Samastitihi, take a sigh. Let that go. And maybe you're still finishing, and that's okay as well. That would be brilliant. The slower, the better. 2 more breaths here in stillness. Nice to lift the toes and spread the toes wide. Again, it gives you that extra little balance. And when you're ready, sit low, left over the right thigh, fully to cross. Left arm underneath the right arm, eagle. Squeeze those inner thighs, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale. Use the arms, even the fingers. Exhale. Flex the left toes. Half moon. Keep those bandhas switched on as you come back. Eagle. Two more rounds, slowly on your own. Let the Ujjayi breath be that audible little guide, that support. Big muscles we are working, so if you're getting sweaty, then me too. just whenever you are ready, mountain pose or samastitihi is where you come back to. And again, if you have an affirmation, a mantra, you might quietly repeat this now. If you feel your heart beating quickly and rapidly, insanely, then take a big sigh, maybe even stick your tongue out of your mouth for a lion's breath. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach and rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Step or jump, if you're jumping straight into your chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Okay, we're back here, guys. 3 breaths. Maybe you can note a little bit more length on the back side of your body, lifting those sit bones higher or grounding the heels down more. Can you knit the ribs in, lift the shoulders, and wrap the triceps together? Last round of breath here. And then inhale, look forward, and step or jump through to sit. Nice. Okay. When you are ready, we slowly come to sit with the right leg forward and the left sole of the foot into the inner thigh. See if you can really drag that heel nice and high, nice and close in towards the groin. Those right 5 toes are forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, grab the big toe, or maybe the big and the baby toe. Lengthen forward, inhale. Exhale. This is both your Janu Sarasana as well as your Maha Mudra. So mudras sometimes are done with fingers, most of the time just with your hands, hand gestures. But sometimes it can be a whole body pose. And so this baby is really similar to our Janu Sarasana. Lengthen, inhale. Try and elongate as we exhale. Look at that big toe. 3 more breaths. Try and hug those shoulders back and out of the neck and the ears again. As you come up slowly, a little bit of Tai Chi again, that left hand comes all the way behind you. Come up onto the shin and the right foot. Rise for wild thing. And exhale, come to sit back down. 2 more times. Big with the arms. Rise. And exhale, sit down. Last round. Rise, lift. And sit down slowly. Left leg comes forward. Right heel nice and close into your groin. Lengthen the chest. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, fold with length to the leg. Bend the left knee, obviously, if you need to. Grab the big toe, and I like grabbing the baby toe as well to really flex the toes back. Lengthen and focus your dristi on the big toe. Try and square off through the chest. 3 breaths. One day, your nose will touch your toes. One day. Rise up, big arms, right hand comes behind you, left hand reaches up and over. Thrust the hips up and exhale, sit down. Again, inhale, reach, lift. And exhale, they kind of improvise. Last round. Inhale. Exhale, sitting down. Slowly lengthening both legs forward. Inhale, elongate the spine, and exhale, forward fold, Paschimottanasana. 3 breaths. Again, find length into the spine. Bend your knees a little if that offers you more length. Peel those baby toes back in line with the big toes. Last round of breath. And then slowly inhale, arms reach and rise forward. And exhale, slowly come down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Squeeze and hollow the belly in. As you find yourself to come down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Take a moment to just lie here on the floor, Savasana, just a breath or 3. Then hug the knees into your chest and start to rock up and down until we find our boat pose, Navasana. Draw the chest forward. Reach the arms long. Good. Breathe. Maybe you extend one leg up. Bring it to bend. Chest forward, hard up. Other leg maybe up and maybe not. Bend. Inhale again. Hug the chest forward. And then exhale, cross your legs and come to sit. Now you can sit with the legs crossed for this one. Personally, I quite like the next one onto the shins. So if you want to come onto your shins, you do that with me. And so we're working our Mahabandha, which is a collection of all 3 of our bandhas. Mula Bandha is that lift from the pelvic floor like you're trying to hold, having to go to the toilet. And then you have your Uddiyana Bandha as enabling to the spine, that drawing upwards like you're trying to put on really tight jeans and zip them up at the top. Jalandhara Bandha here is your throat lock, chin to chest. And so first things first, we'll just find some length through the spine, shoulder roll down and back. I like to lick my lips to just create some softness into my mouth and throat. And then slowly begin to lift through the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha, navel to spine. Inhale. Feel kind of this triangle occur underneath your ribs here. All those bandhas are engaged. When your inhale has reached its max, you exhale, you stop the exhale actually, you hold the exhale, you bring your Jalandhara Bandha, so chin to chest, throat lock. Try and keep your spine upright as you hollow in the belly and have all of these 3 bandhas. When you can't hold your breath anymore, you slowly lift your chin and you breathe that out. You might try that one more time, or you just stay here in your seat. Mula Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale. Jalandhara. Moment of stillness, a few normal, natural rounds of breath. Slowly move into our deer pose. Really nice modification for our half pigeon. So right knee walks to the right side of the mat, and the left knee to the left side of the mat. Really see if you can bring your right shin straight forward, parallel to the front of the mat. And then your left shin really into the full length of the mat. So both of them are onto the actual lengths of the mat, front and side. Inhale, we lengthen forward. And exhale, see if you can come down and forward. Your left glute will most likely lift off the floor. Let it happen, that's all good. But flex the toes. Relax the shoulders. See if you can walk a little further and longer forward to engage some length into the spine. Give a nice minute here. Take 2 last breaths. Relax the jaw and unravel that managed breath into really just relaxed, normal, floating breath. We come up and over. Left shin to the front, right shin into the side length. Once we're there, check, check, double check. Come forward and let go. And again, see if you can lengthen the chest more forward. Let the right glute lift up, maybe a little, maybe a whole lot, that's okay. Try and relax the shoulders, the jaw, the hips as we have a whole minute of stillness here again. Taking your last 2 breaths here again. Coming up slowly, bringing both legs forward and come to lie down. Hug those knees into your chest, a little circling, swaying is nice. Set the soles of the feet to the floor, heels close into the glutes for a bridge pose, feet hip width, arms beside you, and a ripple. First tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back. Knit the ribs in, open your heart to the back, lift the highest you can lift, inhale. Exhale, come back slowly. We hug the knees in again, big breath in. Let them fall towards the right side. Easy twist. Cactus the arms or widen the arms. Fall heavily here. Let yourself relax. Even the fingers and the jaw, your third eye softens. your abdomen and not your hands to bring the legs back up. Hips a little to the right, knees to the left. So we twist really at the center of your mat. Exhale. And again, the arms stay heavy and uninvolved. The shoulders touch down. Your eyes are closed now. What drags you back up. You recenter onto the mat and then grab either your calves or your shins or your feet for happy baby. Press the sacrum deeply into the mat so you really feel that lengthening coming to the inner groin and thighs. Soles of the feet right above the knees up. And hug the shoulders down, flatten the back of the neck long. And again, one more time, press that little bit of tailbone right at the base going into the glutes, into the mat. One more inhale to stay. And then exhale, come to find your Sarasana. Take up some space. Shrug the shoulders and the glutes together. Let the hand palms face up. Take a few big stretches through our face. So widen the mouth like you are screaming. And then close your mouth and kind of pull your chin and your nose together like something's really gross. Squish it all together. One more time. Lift, widen the mouth wide open. To a squishing. Hopefully licking the lips and a little smile to soften your entire face altogether. Maybe that last time to draw back upon your affirmation, your mantra. Let it bring you goodness, kindness, strength. To bring you extra peace and quiet, this is where I will leave you.